In this lecture, we have implemented functionality to add message sender, which is a basically 20-byte address into funder's array. In this lecture, we will learn how to retrieve funder from funder's array. So let's start. We can open our terminals, and you should already have here your instance of a faucet. If you don't have, please run your console and create an instance again. So what we can do generally with public variables in a storage, we can call them as a function, because behind the scenes there is a getter function created for us, and we can simply call funders as a function. Okay, so let's try it out. Let's go to terminal. Let's access here your instance, and let's call here funders as a function, and we should be able to retrieve funders. All right, so we have error. That's actually a good error. You can see here invalid number of parameters for funders got 0, expected 1. So what this is saying that when we are calling funders, we should provide here some value into the function. Why this is happening? This is happening because the getter is created for your funders, but this getter is expecting to get the index of a funder you would like to retrieve from the array. So you need to call the funders from the with the index. For example, if you have 2 items in the array, you need to provide I would like to retrieve funder at the index of 0 or funder at the index of 1. Let's try it out. So I will scroll up here and we'll call here. Let's call here instance funders at the index of 0. This should get me my first funder in the array. And here is the address. I'll call funders 1, and I will get a second funder. All right, perfect. So this is working, but I would like to get all of my funders. What we need to do, we need to create a new function in our smart contract to retrieve all of the funders. That shouldn't be that hard. Okay, so let's try it out. Okay, in our under advanced, let's create a new function. Call it get all funders, like this. Perfect. Now we need to specify a couple of things. We need to specify this function will be, we can call it as an external, this can be external function. This can be pure function, and it can return something. What we would like to return is the array of addresses. So in the returns brackets, and I'll specify here return type, which is the address array. You will get error after this. You can see, I can scroll here, and data location must be memory or call data for return parameter. Don't worry much about the call data right now, but keep in mind whenever you are returning a value of this type, you need to specify here memory or call data. Generally, we'll be going always with the memory. Call data is a specific location for your data where all of your parameters or your arguments are stored when you are calling the function. I will be talking about the call data in separate lecture, but generally you want to return here array of addresses from memory, like this. You'll specify memory. And now you can simply write your return, and you can return your funders, like this. Okay, and now we have here another error. Let's see what this is error about. Let's hover over here, and you can see function declared as pure, but this expression potentially reads from the environment or state and thus requires view. Okay, so since we are using here funders, which is our variable from the storage, then we need to mark this as the view, because the pure is saying I am not doing anything with our storage variables. Okay, I'm not doing anything with the state. So that's pure for, but in this case we want to return here funders, so we are accessing this, so we need to write here as a view. So that's our function. Function get all funders. It's external, so it can be called from outside. It's a view, so it's not modifying the state, but just a returning value, and it returns array of addresses specified as a memory. Okay, we have also call data, but call data I would like to handle later. Okay, and that's it. Now we can save this. We need to recompile, of course. Terminal, shut this down, and remigrate. Okay, I'll have to write it manually. Truffle migrate -- reset. Okay, what we need to do, we need to create new transactions because our addresses will be empty. So we will create 2 new transactions and we'll try it out. Okay, so Okay, let's go to Truffle console. Okay, we'll create an instance. Instance, await, faucet, deployed, perfect, and instance add funds. Okay, value doesn't really matter. From accounts 0. Okay, and accounts 1. Okay, and let's try to retrieve instance get all funders, call it, and here you have it. Now you can retrieve all of the funders. Perfect. There is one potential issue when you are using arrays this way. When I will create here a new transaction, so add funds from account 0 again, I will duplicate basically, because I am adding always the new address into array. So when I will get all funders, so instance get all funders, you'll see now basically I am keeping this funder also. This one are the same, so they are twice in the arrays. Yeah, maybe that's something you want to have, but it really doesn't make a sense when you have a funders. Why to duplicate them? If the funder added already wants some funds into our smart contract, there is no reason to keep the track of the funder twice. Okay, so we'll leave it here. Now we know how to access a single item in the array, how we can access all of the items, and how to use the memory. In the next lecture, we'll continue, and we'll be doing a couple of other improvements. We'll be talking about the external versus public functions. So see you there. Cheers.